Hello guys, welcome back to another video, and today, uh, how should I put this? We've got an interesting one. So, this is pretty much the best case scenario for Trap Tricks in Common Charity. We got Sarah, we got Rafflesia, we got Mermello, we got Delusion, we have pretty much all the trap holes we could ever want. We got the kaijus. Those are good for B Trooper. Don't worry about that until after the tournament. Uh, we have shifters already. We have pretty much every rank four we could need. Um, for common charity as a whole, rather, we got Geki. We have Feather Duster now. The Mech Knights are probably going to end up being in some kind of deck. We haven't really brought it together yet, but they're just good extenders that search each other. I mean, wow. Today has been wild, bro. I, I'm a weeb, right? Today I read the Jujutsu Kaisen chapter, and then I immediately hopped on to see that Common Charity has one of the best new decks. Like since Predaplant, we haven't had a deck that could compete with Lunalight, and this is that. This is a deck that can really challenge Lunalight for the spot of a top deck. And this is obviously going to be a top five deck. In my opinion, it could end up being a top three deck. I don't know if it's better than Predaplant. I think Tenyi gets consistently overestimated on the Discord server. Same with, this deck is the fourth best deck at worst, fifth best at, or fourth at worst, third is what I predict. But let's just get into the deck, right? First, new kaiju. This is the best kaiju. It's got 24 attack instead of 28 that Radiant had. This is the best kaiju now. Parallel Exceed. Essentially, this can be used because we have the link one with a down pointing arrow. Essentially, this is just a free rank for. You can use it to make Rafflesia. Rafflesia can send cards and then trigger the Sarah to set a card. A Trap Tricks plus Exceed alone is, I think, 3 interruptions, maybe 4. 3 to 4 interruptions. Because what? You have Sarah. So, okay. We have summon Trap Tricks, make Sarah, summon Parallel, make Rafflesia. Turn 1, you Rafflesia dump any of the holes, and then you Sarah set a hole. Their turn comes around. You Rafflesia dump another hole. Sarah get another one. Activate a normal trap. Special summon a Trap Tricks from deck. That can be Murmillo to pop a spell trap. That can be hold up, give me a second. That can be hmm. Yeah, no, it's just Murmillo to pop a spell trap. But I believe so. But that's still 3 interruptions. Yeah, no, that's 3 interruptions and recursion or popping a spell trap, etc. This deck is bonkers. Dianea, essentially you can target a Trap Strikes, summon from the grave. So essentially this is turn 2. We can do things like make Dark Rebellion. We can do things like make Tornado Dragon if we have to. This is just card for recovery, and then with the card of special summon, you can target a hole in grave, set it, and then banish. So it's also recursion. Mantis. Mantis can, when normal summoned, you can search any Trap Tricks monster, and then when the special summoned, oh, actually no, just once per turn, it's a quick effect. You can target a set spell trap you control, bounce it, then set a spell trap from your hand. So it's also, I think it dodges removal. I don't know what that's supposed to do. I someone explained that to me in the comments, but at worst, it dodges removal. And then Murmello, obviously everyone knows what Murmello does. When it's normal summoned, you add a hole, and then when it's special summoned, you pop a spell trap. And then we play one Vesculio or Vesiculo, which you can send a set spell trap to the grave to summon this. Good. And then you can banish it from grave if you have no cards in the spell trap zone, and then target a whole trap in grave and set it. So occasionally you can use it to get a little bit more interruption. That's it for the monsters. We're also playing Extrav. Our extra deck looks like this because we're playing Extrav. Um, You could also argue for desires, but I like having three Pot of Greed instead of two. Also, I prefer, being able to play, like, I don't have to play two Tretch, right? For the holes, we have two Bottomless, two Delusion, two Gravediggers, and one Tretch. A lot of people are not going to be on Tretch. Tretch is just specifically for me. I like having it to pop opponents' monsters. I like having proactive removal. I know Delusion kind of also solves that, but I like having um, I like having Tretch in rotation as well. And then everyone knows what Bottomless does. Gravediggers, this is pretty decent in this format. It hits a lot of things. It hits any effect activating Grave. That can be Yellow Marten. That can be any of the Predaplants. That can be any of the Tenyis. That can be any of the Gokis, although you probably don't negate those. Delusion, it just pops a monster and banishes a monster in Grave. That's good. And then yeah, three Storm Duster. Just got to play back row removal in this format. You kind of in this format, proactive back row removal is going to be pretty important, and Heavy Storm Duster is going to be that for us. Because we have Trap Trick, but I'll get to that later. Three Shadebrig. This is here to make Redoer. This is here because this is a rank 4 deck. I don't think I have to explain to you why Shadebrig is good. Now for the Trap Trick plus Attack Stopper package, I call it. Two Threatening, three Trap Trick, three Raboku. This is just able to get through all of the. There are a lot of times when your opponent, like, normal summons a guy, hits over Sarah before you can do something, like, having 800 attack means you're like, if you like just drew Bottomlesses, it doesn't really work the way you want it to. There are situations where you want to be able to stop attacks, and also it's like it's never like bad to do so. And then Trap Trick can also grab any of your trap holes for some reason if you want them, but also Heavy Storm Duster. And also Torrential Tribute, another thing that just does something on summon. I don't I especially like its synergy with Rafflesia, because they cannot be destroyed by battle or card effect. None of your Trap Tricks, while this guy is an Xyz material, can be destroyed by battle or card effect, which is very good. Onto the extra deck, we're playing two Dark Rebellion. Dark Rebellion is 100% necessary. You can't get over. You just can't hit over big guys without Dark Rebellion. Redoers at 3 because we're playing Shadebrig, so Redoers busted. Two Tornado Dragon, again, going to be a staple in this format where we have to deal with things like the Trap Tricks. Three Rafflesia, this is part of the basic end board. Three, I already explained what it did. Two Kalaria, this is for recursion on the on turn 2. Essentially, you can set guys from your grave, and then if after you activate a hole, you can set it instead of setting a grave. And then during your end phase, you can summon Trap Tricks from grave. So essentially, this is like ultimate recursion. And then 3 copies of Trap Trick Sarah. This card is busted to shit. I mean, this card is just broken. There's no other way to explain it. The card's just broken. Um, 3 Dimphis, D Shifter, because this deck can play D Shifter. 2 Dwellers, because this deck can play Dweller. A Feather Duster, 3 Gekis. These are for going second against some decks. Duster for Trap Tricks. Geki for things like Melfi, things like it even hits the Predaplant board pretty well, stuff like that. And then 3 Goes and 3 Tseek These are for decks that just lose to Floodgates really hard. Something to just take him out with. I hope you enjoyed that video, and hopefully my next video will be taking on something with either the Mekk-Knights or maybe some decks that didn't get a lot of love from Photon Hypernova. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.